This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, son?
I'm doing good, Dad. Good to see you. Good to see you.
When you tilted your head up around looking at us, that just brightened up my day already. Of course, things been going around here as hot as it's been here, so
Okay.
whew,
I'm cooling you down a little bit.
yeah.
Giving you a nice cool breeze.
Yeah, what unfold your arms.
This is a mythical shirt. You want one?
Oh.
I think we used to sell it.
I'm fine. It is first time I've seen it, so
okay. Well, thanks for noticing. Yeah. I'm coming off a vacation, Dad. You know this. I've been.
Yes, I
have not been.
Yeah.
I have not been in work mode, but I think I'm glad to be back. This is day 2 of me being back, so I'm a bit rusty. I'm a bit rusty. I think we were going to talk.
Yeah.
But then it got close to, because, I went to Ireland, and then when I got back, you had impeccable timing. You said, when are you getting back from Ireland? And it was on I was riding home from the airport. I had just gotten back.
Yep.
And I was in no position to converse after a, 12-hour flight. You take a 12-hour flight, and then you finally get your luggage. And then you have to ride in a car for, an hour's not bad. And it was, I think, it was weekend traffic, so it wasn't as bad. But I appreciate you understanding that I was not in any position to have a conversation.
No, yeah.
And then the next day I wasn't either.
I was just checking to making sure that you and Christy and Lily got home.
And Lando. He was also there.
Oh, well, I didn't think Lando was going.
Lincoln didn't go.
I thought Lando had school.
No. He's doing summer school, but he's the whole reason we went. Remember, it was one of his best friends.
Misinformed me all the way around.
Well,
just.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
You think I did? You think I lied to you? I misinformed you. Something tells me
misinformed.
Maybe something got lost in between me telling you
in translation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's all right. Well, I'm glad Lando got to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for him, because it was basically his idea. Because one of his closest friends, their family, they have a house there, and we stayed in the house next door, which was nice because then we had somebody who has settled in the small town that we stayed in, and could kind of show us around. And whenever we drove, we used their small town as kind of our hub, and then we took road trips, like day trips. And I'm glad, because that meant that I would just get in my car and follow them in their car. Because that way they dictated how fast we went and where we made turns and what side of the road I was supposed to be on, because it's the opposite. And
yeah,
we landed in Dublin, we drove across the country the next day to Waterville. And so it took all day drive. I think I ended up driving for over 5 hours, which that's beyond my limit. Even when it's on the on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
with normal width lanes. Like every car has its lane, and if somebody's coming, you don't have to worry about them because they're in another lane. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but over there, they're sharing lanes all the time. You got people coming right at you, and you got to pull over. And
well,
it was so thin. It run me ragged, Dad.
I wish we could have planned this trip a little bit more, because, see, a week, and I'd have just flew back home then. I wouldn't have messed y'all's trip up. y'all could have just took me because that's when the Open Championship in golf was going on over there in Ireland. And y'all could have just shuttled me there and just left me there, and I'd have stayed at the golf tournament and then got on a plane and come back home.
I didn't even know about this. What was this in Northern Ireland though?
Yeah, I guess.
You remember where it
was? It was hot and sunny there most of the time. I don't know.
I do. We went through one town.
I was just messing with you.
Yeah, trying to invite yourself next time. It's beautiful there, but after that first day of driving, I don't think I thought I had been defeated. Mentally, physically, emotionally, it just took everything I had. And they've got these speed limit signs on all of their, I call them golf cart paths. Like literally, many places, once you get out of the city, you're in the countryside where we spent pretty much all of our time. It's a paved road with little to no lines painted anywhere. And it's thin as a golf cart path. And if somebody's coming, you got to negotiate who's going to pull over and all that kind of stuff. And the speed limits, well, first of all, they're kilometers per hour. So it'll be posted, and I'm talking about these type of curvy, squirrely roads, it'll be posted 80 kilometers an hour. Now you can do a conversion on that. Maybe that's, I don't know what that comes out to. Dad, can you convert?
I think it's that'd be like 55.
Okay. Well, subconsciously, when I saw 80, I was like, well, all right. that just means go as fast as you want. And of course, the dial also had 80, so I did have a point of reference for what I was going in reference to that. It was impossible in many places. I would say 40% of the time, the roads rendered it impossible to approach what they had as the posted speed limit. They have a different relationship with it over there. They don't take into account anything about the road specifically and locally to change a speed limit. They just looked at a map, zoomed all the way out and said, all right, this whole area, like this quarter of the country is just going to be 80. There's no cities here. As long as you're not driving through a town, it's just 80. And so I felt like I was being challenged to go 80 the whole time. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay on the road. I mean, I couldn't. And if somebody was coming, boy, I was trimming them hedges. There's hedges over here on Christie's side of it. I said, don't roll the window down. You get just battered with hedges the whole time. I mean, when I returned the car, I was like, I hope they don't look at the other side of the left side of the car, the passenger side, because I've been doing some pruning all along these roads. Sheep wool over there just stuck to the side of the car. It worked out, but
shearing sheep too.
Oh yeah, nobody gives you any space. The sheep are right there. I'm sure I shorn a few sheep driving. It was tough. What else do you want to know about my trip?
Well, what was your most favorite thing that you got to see over there? I mean, just the scenery or?
The scenery was great. There's some really famous cliffs called the Cliffs of Moher, Moher, I think. But I think that was like another 5-hour plus drive up the western coast. And, our friends weren't willing to drive that far, which I respected, and which meant I wasn't willing to drive that far either. So we went to some cliffs that were closer, and they were amazing. The whole coastline is just beautiful and rocky, and so you can come up on places that have like absolute sheer cliffs, and It was private land, but then they set up a parking lot, and you can take a little hike up there and see these cliffs. And can't remember what they're called, not Killarney, but something like that. But it was absolutely beautiful, and it's that was a big highlight. You into cliffs? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
You like to see a good cliff every now and again?
Well, as long as nobody don't want me to jump off of it.
Yeah. They had railings.
Yeah.
Which was surprising because, I mean, judging with how they do their speed limits, I thought they were going to maybe not have railings. Yeah. But they did have railings because of all the dumb tourists who would inevitably just walk right off the edge of these things trying to take the best picture. And my favorite thing was the sheepdog herding demonstrations. We ended up going to 2 different ones of these. And because, they actually still use like border collies to herd sheep. Have you ever seen this in person?
I mean, they have dogs over here that help herd cattle and stuff. I have seen some of those dogs in person, but I ain't never seen them work that much. But
yeah, they'll herd they'll herd cows too. But sheep are cuter and stupider, I think, than cows. But these dogs, I mean, we ended up seeing the world champion, Tom O'Sullivan, and he just left a lasting impression. I mean, to me, that's the thing that I would have gone to 4 more demonstrations. I would have shown up every day at this guy's pasture for him because buses would get off. He would just stop there and let people off, and he'd have like a 20-minute demonstration with one of his 2 dogs and his herd of sheep right there. And he would do special whistles and stuff to get them to go left, go right, to isolate a sheep and all this stuff. And he would share a lot of details, but it was inspiring. It was inspiring. Now, Christy's favorite thing was holding a baby lamb. They had this place you can like spend a few, I don't know what it was, euro. It was euro. You ever held a baby lamb?
No.
I thought maybe you would have. I mean, have you ever worn a fleece?
Have I ever worn a fleece?
I didn't think that was a tough question.
No.
You never worn a fleece? And I'm talking about like, wait, you know what I'm talking about, Dad?
I'm not sure. You mean like a fleece sweater or something?
Yeah. Like a hiking sweater. They're all the rage. You ever heard of REI?
I don't think but I don't think I own one.
Okay.
Hey, where I live, you don't need much sweaters.
That's true. He doesn't need a fleece, y'all. Well, anyway, I didn't hold the lamb because I was taking pictures of everybody else holding the baby lambs, but they've got so much skin on their body that, like, you know how if it's like a puppy dog or something that's got so much skin, you can just grab it and just pull up just wads of skin off this thing? Oh, well, the sheep was like that, except it was like it was wearing a fleece. And it was closely shorn. I didn't want to say shawarma. I don't want to put food in your brain when we're talking, because you don't want to think about food when you're petting the lambs, because then that gets sad. But I mean, I was like, well, I guess I would have known this if I'd have thought about it, but the lambs are wearing fleece. It felt just like it. I mean, you don't know because you've never done it, but you know what? Maybe I'll let you feel a fleece one day. Even out here in California, sometimes you got to get a fleece, you know?
Okay. Well, I mean, it gets chilly here, but no, I don't have a fleece. And you just
can't believe you never worn a fleece.
You just have to put that in your back of your head, you know, like if you want to get me a gift sometime, you can get me a fleece.
Okay. Doesn't sound like you want it. On your deathbed, I'm going to bring a fleece in and I'm going to rub it against your face. I'm going to say, Daddy, this is what a fleece feels like. You can go to the other side in peace now. Since you've been
All right.
fleeced. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else you want to know about Ireland?
Well, I know it takes 12 hours to fly over there.
And then it's an 8-hour difference. And that was the tough part. When's the last time you went somewhere and you had to deal with such a time difference? Because, man, we had difficulty with that.
I guess when we went to Hawaii.
See, but, well, it's more difficult for you, but it's the other direction, too.
Yeah.
Because when you go to Hawaii, it's 3, you end up waking up early and kind of getting going with your day. So you want to go to sleep earlier. But when we went over there, it would be time to go to sleep. And we just we'd stay awake till like 3 or 4 in the morning, you know?
Oh.
And then you'd want to sleep half the day the next day. So that was difficult, especially, I don't know. I think I'm getting older, so it's starting to impact me more.
Yeah.
I didn't fight it too much. I was like, all right,
something.
I'll just stay up till midnight, 1 a.m., and then my day won't start until 11 a.m. or something, really. Because it didn't get dark until 11 at night anyway. So it kind of worked out.
God.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Usually when we go somewhere like that, the first night I know it's because it's been such a long day, I usually try to stay up till that time,
Right.
11 o'clock is that night, and then go to bed, not go to bed at 6 o'clock and then try to get acclimated to the time zone there. So
yeah, if you're sleepy, it's easier to force yourself to stay awake than it is to not be sleepy but need to go to sleep. And that's why going that direction is more difficult.
Oh, okay.
You just cracked the code. Logan, what were you going to ask?
I've only heard good things about Ireland, but one of the things I've heard over and over again is that the people are very nice.
The people are very nice.
Like very, very, very nice.
Yeah, everybody was nice. I didn't feel like I needed to, and one might, but I felt like I didn't have to hide the fact that I was from America. But
yeah.
I don't know.
yeah. I get you.
Everybody was nice, and that's because everybody's drunk.
Yeah.
No, not really.
That's
but
what I got
they
right
do.
there. That was the other thing. What about the pubs and the bars?
Oh,
and,
God. I mean,
and the food.
Everything is pubs. Everything. I mean, the only place there are some cafes where I could get a coffee that passed. And the coffee's not the best there.
Oh, Lord.
And you could get a toasty, which is like a sandwich, a toasted sandwich, and they put this sweet onion jam on it. But other than that, lunch, dinner, every time in between, as long as you're not eating breakfast, I guess, it all happens at the pub. And, shepherd's pie, and then the beef version of the shepherd's pie, and then you've got the fish and chips, and then you got the seafood chowder. All of this was very good. And they're crazy about their Guinness. And it's a lot better than I remember it being. And they say it's different there. So I quite enjoyed it.
Well, that's good. But you got to eat and have something to drink while you're there.
That's right.
Well, what did poor little Orlando have to drink?
Guinness.
He wasn't old enough.
They force it on everybody, Dad. They don't even ask. Like, everywhere you go, they're just giving you a Guinness.
I can't wait to talk to him.
Just sip it, son. Sip it slow. It's low alcohol, but no, he didn't drink any of that. He had I don't know what he had.
That's funny. Oh, hey, that beat kind of believable because all the people that I know that play golf, I think they've been drinking it since they were like 10 or 12. So,
Yeah. I mean, you can go into a pub with your parents, and that's not a problem. And then at a certain time, I think you have to be 15. Anyway, drinking age is 18. So
Oh,
he's 3 years from that. I'll take him back, see what he thinks of that Guinness. If I ask him to try it, he probably wouldn't. He has, he's not curious like that.
summer is here. More sun, more light, more time to do all the things that make summer so special. And the number one thing you don't want to be doing all summer, spending hours cooking inside. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Okay, all you Myrtle Beasts out there, let me tell you, these Factor meals are wonderful because you can come in and have one fixed and, like they say, and be ready to eat in like 10 minutes, and it's good, and you can order the kind of meals you want to eat and pick from those and just enjoy it. And they got great flavor, and they're delicious, and they're good for you, and they may help make my cholesterol go down. So order some Factor and eat some good meals from them. Get started at factormeals.com/dispatches50 off and use code dispatches50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code dispatches50 off at factormeals.com/dispatches50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. factormeals.com/dispatches50 off. Whether you're lounging by the pool, planning a staycation, or finally jetting off on that long-awaited trip, summer is the perfect time to shake things up and maybe even start learning a new language with Rosetta Stone. You can turn your downtime into something seriously rewarding. Rosetta Stone has been the trusted name in language learning for over 30 years. Their immersive, intuitive method helps you naturally absorb the language without relying on English translations, so you start thinking and speaking in your new language from the very beginning. I'm especially impressed by their true accent speech recognition. It gives real-time feedback on your pronunciation so you can sound more natural, more confident. Whether you have 5 minutes or a full hour, Rosetta Stone fits seamlessly into your routine. On desktop or mobile, and with a lifetime membership, you get access to all 25 languages forever. Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. Dispatches from Myrtle Beach listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/dispatches to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/dispatches and start learning today.
What about you? What you been up to? What have you done?
Well, we got to go see Howie Mandel.
Oh, that show happened.
And got to go backstage and talk to him.
Really?
And he was very nice, and I think it was his brother that came and got us anyway, ever who it was. And we stayed back there probably 10 minutes talking to him, and all he could talk about was, him being on Good Mythical Morning and y'all being on his podcast. And
right.
All that back and forth, and that, y'all were really unbelievable. And so I just reached in and got one of my cards out and give him one with my podcast on it and said, you need to watch this too. So,
what did he say?
he said, I will. And the guy that come and got us, I give him one too. Then the comedian that was going on before him, I can't remember the names, but he came in there to the dressing room, and Link was telling him Howard was telling him who I was and who you were and all that. And he said, I know who he is. And I said, I think I know who he is. He has a podcast too. And I give him a card and he said, oh yeah, I have watched his podcast. So 1 out of 3.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So,
and all of this was before the show started?
Before the show.
Okay.
And then we went out and
now hold on. I got to ask
show.
you though, when you met Howie, how did you greet him? Did you?
I didn't.
Did you?
I just
what did you do?
I said,
what did you do with your hand?
oh, we bumped hands. We didn't shake hands.
Did you know that was going to happen? Were you ready for that?
Yeah, kind of.
Because I thought I told you.
A lot now.
No, okay. So, but he doesn't shake hands. He's known for not shaking hands.
Yeah.
So if you,
but we bumped hands, and Nancy was with us, and got to talk to him and meet him, and all that. And he was very nice. And then we were standing there talking, and we were talking about some stuff that he had done, and that he has a thing with Alzheimer's that he promotes, that people that have it and stuff. And he said, well, Darren, you've kind of checked me out a little bit. And I said, that would be correct. and then I said something about, well, I guess this is going to be a good show. And then he looked at me and Nancy, he said, now this show ain't the cleanest thing in the world.
and you said, I can handle that.
And yeah, I said, that'll be all right. We can handle that.
Did he say anything to embarrass Nancy? Did you want to repeat?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't. No, we didn't get to. If we spent 10 minutes, it might.
No,
not
during his show, if he did anything.
Oh no, he didn't bring us up.
I know that, but I'm just saying. He said he was warning you about the show, Dad, that it might be a little raunchy or something. So that's why I'm asking. Did he say anything? Did he say anything that do you have any follow-up questions for me about any terminology you used? Or?
No. Well, his show was, I'm going to say his show was different.
Okay.
Because he started to kind of do his show, and somebody over on the left hollered out and answered him a question, and they just kind of went back and forth and had a dialogue about stuff about half the night. And he said, I don't know who's doing this show, me or you.
So was this a heckler? Was he making fun?
Well, no, she was just asking something about something he had done before years ago. Some kind of, I don't know. It was kind of strange.
Interesting.
It was. So I don't know.
Well, he knows how to handle that.
And I don't know if this is something that happens at all of his shows, that people holler out and ask him questions and do that kind of stuff, and that's how he kind of gets to going and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was good, and the guy that was
they call that crowd work. Crowd work in the industry, Dad. When you start interacting with people,
there was a lot of people in the crowd, but we had a good time. It was nice.
You were a guest of his. That was your doing. Because
Yeah.
all we did was we posted it on TikTok, and then they followed up and said, well, we'll give him tickets. And it worked out. What else you been up to?
Yeah. Well, working. And Link. I mean, it's some kind of hot here.
Like really hot, right? Like it's actually has it broken 100?
Yes, a couple. several times, and then it was like
And the
I get up and
index,
go to work at 6 o'clock. And the heat index is like anywhere from 110 to 112.
and still humid, right?
Oh, and humid.
Yeah.
I
The
you just
moment you
walk out
step
the door,
outside, you're just dripping,
you
right?
just start sweating. Yeah.
Well, you gotta stay hydrated.
So it's
Dad.
been tough. Yeah.
So you start at 6 and you're done at 10.
But,
You should be.
no.
Okay.
Some days I'd kind of work around and work away from the sun where it
Okay.
wouldn't be quite so hot
All right.
and do something. Most days I'd probably work till 1 o'clock, maybe 2.
Okay, now. Take care
Well-
of yourself. Hey, there's something that happened to
Well-
me and Rhett, and I wanted to tell you about it before I forget. One of the things that we do is every month for the Mythical Society, that's like our fan club, the paid fan club. We'll do we'll drive around and we'll do basically a conversation in the car. We call it car biscuits. And we were driving around in the latest one we did, and we saw on the side of the road there was a guy in front of the Ralph's grocery store, like in front of the parking lot, right on the edge of the street, and he had a table set up, and it said South Carolina barbecue sauce. And this man had a cowboy hat and bright red shirt, but then his banner said Mojave 66 or something, which is like a road, and Mojave's a desert out here. So we're like, what's going on? But
Yeah.
so we stopped, and I let Rhett get out. I parked, and he got out, and he. I will say this: he had a 20. He had a 20 in his pocket. And he goes up and he comes back with a mason jar of South Carolina mustard-based barbecue sauce, which is my personal favorite type of barbecue sauce. I know it may not be yours, but
He must have been from down at Columbia.
Yeah, I think so. That's where he's from. How much do you think he sold? No label. Just a mason jar, and not a tall mason jar, one of the shorter ones, like that. How much do you think he charged for that jar of sauce?
Well, probably out there at least probably $30.
And that would be crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's not it. Higher.
See, I could be making money on barbecue sauce.
No, that's what
right
you're thinking.
now.
Yeah, so what do you think? What do you think Rhett gave him? What do you think?
50.
$40.
$40.
Yes. Now, I will point out that there was no signage with prices. There was no price tags on anything that he was selling. So when Rhett walked up and he said, "What you got? And how much is it?" What do you think happened? Because I think he sized him up and made a price based on what he thought this guy was going to pay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just giving you a little.
So he probably he in other words, he got it for $20.
No, Rhett paid $40. I'm just saying that I think that he made up the price of $40 after looking at Rhett and seeing what he thought he could charge this fool.
Oh.
I think he was
And no label
changing.
on it.
So, like, if you walked
No
up, how much you
name.
think? I don't know. I'd be curious how much he would charge you. If he told you $40, what would you tell him?
I told him I ain't paying that.
I mean, I wouldn't have paid $20. Homemade
that's
family
pretty
recipe
steep.
with no label. But this, yeah, you're thinking along the right. Next time you come out here, I know where I'm going to put you. It was really good, yes. We tasted it. But yeah, you're going to have to stand out there. Bring your sauce and you're going to... $40 a pop.
That would kind of, I mean, no name on it, and somebody sat inside the road, and I'm going to buy something from them that don't even have a name on it. I don't know if I want to be tasting it or not. I don't care if they did say they're from South Carolina.
Well, I mean, he had a big jug of vinegar there too, for some reason. I don't think he was selling that. It was like literally just a big jug of vinegar. I don't know why, but I think there was a lot of vinegar in it. So that made me feel like it was okay to taste it. I mean, $40, you got to taste it, you know? You don't drop $40 and then don't taste it.
That's Erewhon prices.
It's Erewhon. So think about that, Dad.
Hey,
next time you come out here.
If I do it, next time I do it and I come out there and I do a pint, I'll at least be able to get 50 then.
If Rhett walks up, yeah. But that's the way to do it. Don't tell him the price. You got to look him up and down. Look him up and down, and then you know how much the price is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, Link, I got a good one for you.
Okay.
Nancy and I left the house. Brandy and Paul and Cameron and Stella came and spent the weekend with us.
Okay.
And I mean, I'd been working and they wanted to go to the beach, and I told them, this was on Saturday. I said, I work out in it all week and it's 100 degrees. I said, I'm not going to the beach. But about 2:00, Nancy called me and said, are you ready to come to the beach? Because the house that I'm painting has got a swimming pool in the backyard, and they let us use it.
Oh, okay.
And Betty and them. So she came and got me, and we went to the beach, and Lord, it was hot. But when we left the house, I got this big hat that covers your head up and the sun can't get on your face and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And pulled up at the stoplight downtown, and somebody behind us hollered out,
you were on the golf cart or
good
what?
We were sitting on the golf cart.
Okay.
And hollered out, good mythical morning and dispatches from Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
And I turned around, and the girl, listen, we were sitting in the road. She had done jumped out of the golf cart, and they come down here every year from Virginia. And she said, we're always looking for you, wanting to meet you.
She was also in a golf cart?
She was in the golf cart behind us. And I said, get back in the golf cart. I don't want you to get run over. I'll pull over here.
Okay, yeah.
And we pulled over and met her, and her name was, I'm giving a holler out to Michelle up in the state of Virginia.
Michelle.
Because she watches the podcast religiously. And it was her, and I don't know if it was her husband or boyfriend and her friend, and had 2 children with us, but he knew who I was. But they recognized me because, not me, but because of Belch Life, the Beach Life golf cart.
Really? They actually read
yes.
They read the side of your golf cart and the airbrush.
No, they saw the yelling. I don't know if they saw the sign on the side, but the guy told us, said, that's Charles Neal up there from Dispatches from Myrtle Beach. I know that's that golf cart that was in them pictures that we saw.
Because it says Belch Life on it. It does. It does.
It says Beach Life.
It says Belch Life. It does.
So we stopped.
Put the picture back up, Logan. There it is.
Took pictures with her.
Belch Life.
Took pictures with her and everything, and spent a little bit with her. And so that's
Holler
that's
out.
kind of holler out to her with what's been going on
That's great.
with me and besides.
Okay. Well, next time I go to Ireland, I think I'll see if I can take you. I'll drop you off at a golf course, and then you can drive around. Maybe they'll have a Belch Life cart over there, so you can
Yeah.
feel at home. And then when we're ready to leave and fly out of Dublin, I'll come back by and pick you up. How's that?
That sounds good. Whatever.
All right.
Yeah. You still looking for the picture, Logan?
No, we just put it in the edit.
That's
It's
all
fine.
right. Don't worry about it. Well, Link, between you getting to take your month off like you usually do and get to go to Ireland and all these trips you get to do and get to take the kids to them, except for Lincoln. He
Yeah.
didn't get to go this time.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, but all you Myrtle Beasts, it was fun having y'all here with us today, and it was good to be back. We've been gone for a little
Oh,
while,
yeah.
but we'll be back next week for another one. And don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And while you're at it, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And if you got a question, comment, or story you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbesagging53@aol.com. And y'all have a great rest of the week. And I'm just going to keep on enjoying this Belch life.
There you go. See, you know what the deal is. Love you, Dad.
Love you. All right.
This summer, we're going way back. Throwback marathons of Good Mythical Morning are hitting Mythical 24/7 every Thursday. Find us on Amazon Prime, Fire TV channels, Roku, Samsung, Plex, and so many more ways to stream.